road again. Like a band of gypsies, we go down the highway. We're the best of friends, insisting that the world keep turning our way. Our way is on the road again. I just can't wait to get on the road again. The life I love is making music with my friends, and I can't wait to get on the road again. Road again, like a band of gypsies, we go down the highway. We're the best of friends, insisting that the world keep turning our way. Our way is on the road again. I just can't wait to get on the road again. The life I love is making music with my friends.
On the road again. I just can't wait to get on the road again. The life I love is making music with my friends. I can't wait to get on the road again. Going places I've never been, seeing things I may never see again. And I can't wait to get on the road again. That's a song by Willie Nelson, On the Road Again. Great song for Miss Kara and I on our excellent adventure from Oklahoma City to Salt Lake City to Jackson Hole, Wyoming. That's what we're going to discuss today. So say hey, Miss Kara.
Hello, everyone.
Okay, let's, Kara, when do we start this excellent adventure?
Excellent. Let's see. Wednesday.
October
Was it the first?
I think it's the first, maybe.
It was.
Yeah, this trip started October 1st from our house in Norman, Oklahoma. Then it ended in October 7th, and we got home about almost midnight on October 7th. So, but we had an excellent adventure. The flights went well. Wedding ceremony went outstanding. We got to meet family and friends. Had a good time. I want to kind of give a rundown on what our decisions was and why we went where. I got to looking at flights Oklahoma City, Oklahoma to Jackson Hole, Wyoming. The flights at the time were
outrageous.
Were pretty expensive. And Uncle Robert that lives near Salt Lake City in Ogden, Utah, his wife of I think over 50 years, maybe more than that, recently passed away, and we visit with him, pass on our condolences for that loss of life in his family. And so we decided that we could fly to Oklahoma City to Salt Lake City, drive to Ogden, Utah, rent a car, see Uncle Robert, my cousin Brenda, my second cousin Jesse, Brianna. We had a great time seeing them.
That was a great visit.
Had a great visit with Uncle Robert and them. So, like I said, we flew from Oklahoma City to Salt Lake City, rented a car, drove to Ogden, had dinner, and spent the night in Ogden. Next morning we get up, travel from Ogden, Utah to Jackson Hole, Wyoming. We went straight north of Ogden. Then there's 2 or 3 ways that you could take to Jackson Hole, and we opted to take the kind of the east side of the loop. This time we'd never been up that way before. The scenery was outstanding. We stopped in a little place about halfway, had lunch at a place called Etna Wyoming Cafe. It's about breakfast brunch time, so we had a breakfast, and it was outstanding.
Mm-hmm. It was.
Just a little old small spot, and we got there a few minutes after 11. Wasn't anybody there, and I said, man, this may not be the place. Not many people there.
What was it? 10 minutes.
10 minutes later, thing was full.
Standing room only.
And it was the. When you find a place and the locals are there, that tells you that it's good food.
Oh yeah, the population of this town was next to
just
nothing.
a few. Yeah, well, the elevation was higher than the population.
Exactly.
So we had dinner there or lunch there.
If you're ever in Etna, that's a place to eat. It was delicious, and the service was
Like I said, it's about a 4-hour and 15-minute drive from Ogden, Utah to Jackson Hole. We got there in the middle of the afternoon, just a little bit too early to check in at the lodge at Jackson. And they said room be ready in a couple hours, so I said, okay, let's just go to town. I'd been there several times before. Miss Kara's been there at least once. Okay,
This was my third.
This is Miss Kara's third time, so we just went downtown and we went to a place called River City Brewery. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Jackson Hole. It's a craft brewery that serves meals and craft beer. Was able to get our adult beverages there. Then a few minutes later, Colby and Taylor and Keaton and Dayton showed up and had a few refreshments with them, played some cornhole, and happy to say that Colby and I are the champions of that 3-game event.
Needless to say, Dayton was not happy about that result.
Yeah, we won the first one. Then we absolutely got skunked on the second game. Then we won the third, and we came out champions there. So we had a good time there at the River City Brewery in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. I think that evening, Kara and I went and ate at the Wart Hotel, and we've gone there several times. And it's absolutely, like I said, a great place to get a meal, adult beverage, and a live band. One thing about Jackson Hole is it's became a place where really wealthy folks go and stay, and so the pricing around Jackson Hole, Grand Teton Village, and such as that is pretty pricey. So be aware of that. So have to work that in your budget if you want to go there. But so we're kind of trading out expensive things to for the beauty and the things around the town that make it what Jackson is.
It's one of my favorite places to travel to, but it's becoming that for a lot of people because it's just so gorgeous. So it gets pretty busy around town. Well, good for them, but
a lot of the locals are saying that the millionaires had to move out because the billionaires have moved in. So if it's getting pricey for millionaires because the billionaires are moving there, it kind of puts a strain on your budget. But we knew we wasn't going to be there long in this special occasion, so we did it. We had a great time. One of the other places that I highly recommend for breakfast or brunch or lunch is called Nora's Cafe. It's near Wilson, Wyoming.
it's in Wilson.
It's in Wilson, Wyoming, within 10 minutes of Jackson downtown. So it's just a short drive. Food, the service, the ambiance, everything is there. And we didn't see any, but they say a lot of the, quote unquote movie stars eat and come by there, and rich and famous people come there. I didn't see any, but I probably wouldn't recognize them.
I was going to say, I don't know that we would recognize them anyway. It's not our thing.
It's not our thing. But from Nora's Cafe, you can eat there. Another 10 minutes to the north is the Teton Village, where the Grand Tetons are. That's a ski resort. It's a must. Karen and I rode the tram up to the top. It's called a Waffle House at the top of the peak. You ride in a tram that can get as many as 50 people in this tram at one time. So, and it's really cool. So
It's the scenery going up is just breathtaking. There's no other words for it. It's beautiful.
yeah, and at the top we got top. We probably spent an hour up there, sightseeing. We go into the little Waffle House they had up there, and I think they had an adult beverage, and just
Had a very
sit
yummy
down
coffee.
and enjoyed the weather. That day the sun was out. It was absolutely beautiful. At the base of the mountain it was like 75, and at the top of the mountain we got up there is 52. So it was pretty cool. So if you take a trip, go to the top of the mountain, you better layer your clothes or have a jacket, because weather can change in a heartbeat.
That it can.
Did that, came back down, and what did we do next, Miss Kara?
I'm trying to remember. We met up with the kids, didn't we?
Yeah, I think
Didn't
met with the kids again.
The cowboy for the Silver
the
Dollars
Silver Dollar Bar.
bar.
And I think it's tied into the Wart hotel.
It is.
It's a huge bar slash restaurant. Downstairs, I think they have a steakhouse. Then you can literally leave it, walk around the corner. It's a Wart Hotel, but they're partners some sort of way. And one thing that's pretty cool is they have literally hundreds of silver dollars embedded in the bar
tops.
bar top itself. Then if I don't know if you call it lucky or not, there's for the seatings at this particular bar are saddles. So there's no easy way. You just have to straddle that thing and sit on it. So
I would have not made it well as a
cowgirl. Yeah. So
they hurt your butt bad.
Yeah, they hurt your butt, and they'll spread your legs out, and so it's when you get off.
There's a reason those cowboys and cowgirls are bow-legged.
Yeah, exactly. And another thing you want to watch is your leg go sleep, you step off the saddle and fall down.
You're going down.
It's not because you're drinking, it's because your legs are asleep. So we did that, and was fortunate enough to sit there a little bit. Then Colby and Taylor and Keaton and Dayton came by, and we found a booth that had a lot more room and closer
Quieter.
to the band, and had a few drinks there. Once we sorted out, we talked about the wedding already, so we did that. But some of the other side trips that Miss Karen and I took was one Jenny Lake, which is on the same route that goes to the Church of the Transfiguration. Just on a side note, the government shut down. Normally, if you go into the park, it costs you $35 per person to get in. And drove up, stopped, and it said proceed with caution. The government shut down, and facility is still open. So we saved.
It saved a lot of money.
A lot of money by the government being shut down. So anyway, we went to Lake Jenny. Like I said, 5 minutes, 10 minutes tops from the Church of Transfiguration. And you guys haven't ever been there. That's a must-see lake.
It's
you
beautiful.
can see the lake. The mountains are behind it. And if the sun's shining, you get a look in the reflection of the lake and see a mirror image of the mountains up there. And it's absolutely beautiful. The water is crystal clear, a beautiful place to go.
Highly recommend.
Highly recommend it. From Lake Jenny, found this road that goes from Lake Jenny, and it actually loops around. It's probably about a hour and a half loop if you took it. But from Lake Jenny, you go back toward Nora's Cafe at Wilson. It's the back roads, and it's through the forest and trees and such. And there's a lot of signs and a lot of animal activity there. We saw an elk, and some of them that's where they saw the moose. And we think some of the folks saw a bear through there. So I highly recommend that back road, Nora's Cafe to
And
Lake
this time
Jenny.
of year, the leaves were changing. So I said, in this time of year, the leaves were changing. So
Yeah,
it was
leaves were
just
changing.
breathtaking.
Yes, and it's a real narrow road, and it winds through there, and you could absolutely. I think I saw Sasquatch 2 different times. So, when I looked, it was kind of fuzzy. So, but I think I saw them.
You really don't want to get out of the car in that area, though, in my
I
opinion.
wouldn't want to walk through that area by myself without bear spray or making a lot of noises. One thing that on the Saturday of the wedding, Oklahoma University was playing Kent State University sports, and the Friday before we went to 4 different sports bars, and none of them said they had the game on.
Sorry, that was me.
I told Kara, I said, well, let's go this one last place. It's called
Eleanor's.
Bar.
We got so
And
lucky.
it's a liquor store in front, and their motto with sign says, liquor in the front, party in the back. So
We said, that's calling our name.
yeah, so we went to the back there, and we ordered a lunch. Tell them
It
what
was the Friday special. It was gyros. You could get gyros, tots, and a domestic beer.
Domestic, yeah.
It was $12.
$12, and
It was dang good.
and Kara calls them gyros. I call them gyros. So we had lamb meat gyro with some sort of, what kind of sauce was that?
It's the tzatziki.
Okay.
That's how they're all made.
Well, I don't know that sort of
Okay,
stuff.
that's all right.
I just eat it and say, what in the heck was that?
Delicious.
But it was outstanding.
But we figured out it was the locals' place.
It was absolutely full of locals. Construction workers were eating there for lunch. I said, this is a place to come, and the meal was outstanding. So that was on a Friday. So the Saturday after the wedding, I said,
We
let's
went
just...
before the wedding. We went before the wedding and after, because you had your
Yes,
soup.
we did. Yes, because the second, that Saturday, they weren't sure that they'd get the game, the OU game. So the next day, Saturday morning, about 11 or so, we ate, and I had a chicken Aztec
chicken soup.
Aztec chicken soup, and it was outstanding. I mean, it's one of them things that any soups in there, you don't want to waste your time using a spoon. Just pour the bowl.
Yeah, the kid next to us was just
He'd done the
slurping
same
it. Yeah,
thing.
he was just slurping it out of the bowl.
And you had what? That
I had pot stickers. Pot stickers.
what is that?
They're a dumpling that you steam or fry
Okay.
a little bit. You get a little crunch on 'em.
It was outstanding, and like I said, there's still a lot of locals there. We go to the wedding and come back, and I said, hell, let's just go back to Eleanor's. They got plenty of TVs, and we walked in there, and sure enough, they had the OU game on.
Yep.
So we got to watch the second half of it, and it was good. And the ladies' service there was outstanding. Kara was wearing her wedding dress, and I was kind of decked out, huh?
Wasn't a wedding dress, but
Well, dressed for the wedding.
there you go.
Oh, you quit micromanaging me.
Yes, sir.
So, anyway, they said, well, you guys are dressed up. And we told them we was going to the wedding. We'd be back. We did, and went back there. So the pricing there, it was priced for locals. That was one of the places that, the locals could actually go eat lunch and, not really have to take a small business loan just to eat. So it was really good. I highly recommend it. It's kind of off the beaten path, a quarter block in a little strip mall off the main thoroughfare.
It was super close to our hotel, though.
Yeah, it's close to the hotel, not far from the place called the Virginian. Really close to the...
Yes.
We did that just north of Jackson on the way to the airport. The airport's probably 10 or 12 miles north of town, but about 2 miles north of town on the east side is the a National Wildlife Elk Refuge. You ever up there? And that'd be a great place to see the elk. And like I said, we saw one big bull in his harem not far from Wilson, between Wilson and Teton Village. There's probably 30 or 40 elk in the, like I said, the does. Absolutely outstanding. When we left Jackson Hole, Wyoming, next to the last day or third to last day, we opted to go to Jackson, cross Teton Pass, decided to spend the night at Pocatello, Idaho. I'd never been there, and it was way back from Salt Lake to Jackson, or Jackson to Salt Lake. Spent the night there, and it was wasn't much there. I'd say, it's a home of Idaho State. It's a home of it's called a Clean Museum, CLEAN Museum. And I said, what in the world's that? All it is a bunch of cleaning products, from vacuum sweepers to sprays and stuff to keeping your house clean. I said, man, Pocatello was struggling when they put this museum in.
It was closed, and it's probably the highlight of the town.
But we did happen to find a brewery there. What was the name of that brewery? You remember, Miss Kara?
I do not remember.
Name of that place in Pocatello was called Off the Rails Brewery. They had a good selection of beer. His service staff was really nice, so we went there. Then we went to another place for a dinner. Place we ate at Pocatello was Mackenzie River and Pub, Mackenzie River and Pizza, something like that. This is a decent meal. Like I said, spent the night there. Then the next morning we drove from Pocatello, Ogden, met Uncle Robert and Brianna. We ate at Ogden Brewery, and it was they had a great meal there. And like I said, Craft Brews is outstanding. Really nice visit to see Uncle Robert and Brenda and Jesse and Brianna. So shout out to them. Had a great time there. Opted to go back to Salt Lake City and got on the airport area. where our hotel was. Had a dinner at the hotel and bar. It was
good.
It was really good.
Grilled cheese and tomato soup, and it was
Yeah,
delicious.
she had grilled cheese, tomato soup, and I can't even remember did I have a salad?
You had a salad.
It was outstanding. So we finished that. Next morning, we knew we had an excellent adventure, but I told Kara, I said, it is what it is, and we saved enough money that instead of flying to Jackson, we could go to Salt Lake, rent a car for the same price as going to Jackson and spending the time there instead of seeing Uncle Robert.
You made a good choice.
Excellent adventure. Went from Salt Lake City, Utah, got on the airplane and flew to San Francisco, California. Had about an hour and 20-minute layover there.
It wasn't anything by the time we got to where we needed to be. It was like nothing.
Yeah, just a few minutes time we deplaned and got close to our boarding gate. We had like literally 20 minutes before we got on. Flew from San Francisco, California to Denver, Colorado. Had another hour and a half layover.
Yeah, it was a little bit longer there.
And we was literally getting off of B9 at the terminal and went to B24 or something, so it was really close. Beverage there and visit a little bit, then get on the plane at Denver, flew back to Oklahoma City. Around 11 o'clock, time we got baggage, and drove back from Oklahoma City to Norman. It was close to midnight.
No, it was 12:30.
Okay, Miss Kara says 12:30. So, Kara, one thing that she struggles with awfully is time zones and times.
It's true fact, people.
Yeah, kind of. So just be prepared. And I told Kara, I said, always go, when you tell somebody, always tell them what time and local. Say local time. Then they know wherever they're at. We're talking local time. Kind of going back, was at Jackson at the Eleanor's, and I asked what time we need to go to the venue for the wedding. She said, well, it starts at 2. Let's get there at 1. So we get there at about 2 or 3 minutes after 1. And they're all sitting there waiting. Not everybody. Another part of the family wasn't there yet either. And Kara walks in and said, what is it, Taylor? She said, well, it's supposed to start at 1.
She's glad you could make it, Mom.
Glad you make it,
I was like,
Mom.
oh, my gosh.
Yeah, Kara thought it was 2 o'clock. And dear Lord, baby Jesus, I'm glad that we got here. Decided to go at 1 instead of 1:30. I said, Kara, I don't know. You don't mess up like that very often, but you do struggle with time zones and times. So
that I do. Something
we
terrible.
weren't the last ones there, which made it okay.
Yeah.
But
it took about 20 minutes for the rest of them to get there, so I felt pretty good about myself.
so anyway, guys that travel a lot, always go by local time, and whenever you see your airline tickets or whatever and it tells you what time, it's always local. Don't think you're just because you're in one time zone and it says you're landing in this time zone, it's local. So keep that in mind. Anyway, we made it back. We had about a day and a half of catching up on lawn work, trimming, weed eating, and all that such. Miss Kara, she had to get up the next morning and be at work by 9 o'clock, and 9 to 2 or 2:30 before she left. So she had a big day, and next night she slept really well.
I did.
The first night when we get home, she's always got to unwind a little bit, and I can unwind in about 5 minutes and be sleeping 10. And
it took me till about 2:30 in the morning. So
it takes her an hour or so to wind down and get where she can go to sleep. But anyway, at the end of the day, daughter and son-in-law married. They were absolutely thrilled that we were up there and things went as well as they did. You know, the weather, you can't control the weather, but they made the best of the weather and still going to have some fantastic pictures. So Kara's did a great job of raising Taylor, and she's hand Taylor off to Colby, and I'm sure Colby will take care of Taylor. He absolutely adores her, and I'm sure he'll take care of her. So congratulations, you guys. Kara nods her head, so why don't you say something?
Say something, Kara.
Yeah, she kind of welled up a little bit. She's having trouble talking, but
God is good.
God is good. She did a good job with Taylor, and like you said, we're glad to be part of that family. So that's end of this Road Again story. So we'll catch you next week. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.